Hello everyone, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the fourth episode in my second Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. In the last episode, I focused on clearing out a lot of these structures to my west with my King's Army. These are structures kind of right next to where the Frostlings are. And I was kind of debating on whether or not to buy a longbowman that's available in this inn. Now that I have enough money, I could probably do that. On the next turn, this city is going to be available for purchase. I don't know how much that's going to cost. I probably would have enough money, probably for a city of this size, but I don't know for sure. This city's busy building a settler, and I definitely don't want to stop that. Pretty much everything else is on merchandise right now, except for the Halfling city building the... Yeah, actually, I don't think I actually have anything on merchandise at all. I take that back. Like I said, I really want to get that longbowman, though. That'd be a very useful unit. And I also realized something else. Actually, someone pointed this out to me, but I realized it shortly after the end of that episode. John Calabro7 pointed out in the comments that I need to get this magic library. I completely forgot to clear that as I was running by. My army was kind of beat up, and I wanted to give them time to heal, but I had almost completely forgotten about it. So I do need to do that. So I think this army is probably going to stick around here for just a little bit longer. I can't get the longbowman anyway, so in the next turn I'll see if I have enough money to get both the longbowman and this city. A couple of other things I want to go over real quick, comments and things that people pointed out to me since the last episode. Mr. Sorrybot encouraged me to research and get more casting points, which is a great idea. In fact, I can get Sorcery 1 in only one turn, but I am really pushing for that Embrace Darkness spell, so I can cast that on one of my cities and create Phantasm Warriors with life stealing. Can't get Phantasms yet anyway, because I got Summon Wisp first, but I'll be able to get them. And I really want that spell ASAP. But in the process of doing so, I was actually researching Seed of Distrust, and I don't really need that because the type of spell that you're casting, it only matters that it's a strategic spell. So the spell I'm trying to get, Embrace Darkness, even though it is associated with the Shadowborn specialization, the fact that it's Shadowborn doesn't really play any role in how likely I am to get it if I research a different Shadowborn spell. All that matters is that I'm researching a strategic spell. And so if I research a strategic spell, it's more likely to give me another strategic spell to replace it. The class or sphere of magic or whatever doesn't matter. So, knowing that, Borbali and some others actually encouraged me to research Get Extraordinary Mount, which is a far more useful spell for me right now, and takes less turns to research. It's also still a strategic spell, so it's right along the path towards getting Embrace Darkness. That's a very good idea and something I'm definitely going to do. My Draconian Hatchling is still in the process of running back here. I don't know why I didn't move him at the end of the last episode, but I'll bring him back now. What my overall vision is at the moment is for my King's Army to finish this area, clearing that out, and then move up in this direction, maybe clear a couple more structures along the way, and then kind of move through here where I'm going to place this city. In the meantime, my Dwarves army is going to come along the southern road, and I think I'm going to do an all-out attack on the Orcs and just try to knock them out really fast. Hopefully the Frostlings are still... hopefully they're not powerful enough yet that they can really threaten me, so that's kind of what my overall strategy is at the moment. Of course, it's heavily subject to change, as I'm sure you all know now. I can sometimes be a little indecisive, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. You can see Santa Claus over here with his Frostling apprentices. Nothing particularly threatening in that city. I did see a rogue hero not long ago, but it's hard to tell what he's got behind his territory. This does seem to be a city on the edge of his territory, on the edge of his empire. It's very new and very small, but I'm not ready to pick a fight with him yet. I want to stay on this guy's good side for as long as I can. Grelka declared war on me. You seeing this down here? So they're just going to take the fight to me, which is unfortunate because I wanted the evil points from actually attacking them. I'm just going to close. question where their armies are at. They don't seem to have anything on my borders, but they'll bring some stuff in pretty soon, I'm sure. So I need to at least get in position where I can defend either of my cities if I need to. This human city's got some soldiers in it, so they might be alright against a small army. What's maybe more threatened is my capital. I'm going to try to... well, for now, I'm just going to put these armies in my capital. And that'll give me a stack of 6 there. And then I'm going to put the hatchling probably here on the road. And then if they need to, they can all run up and go to that other city quickly. I actually probably should have moved. Let me rearrange this a little. I want my dwarfs army on the road because that's got most of the units in it, and allowing them to get up to the human city fast is probably more important. This may change my plans with what I was doing down with those units. First, I know I want to buy this, and that's 240 gold. Actually, do I want to buy that? That's got a lot of good defenders in it, and the vassal city is still giving me money either way, even if its borders expand and cover those tiles, which they will do in 9 turns. I could expand it faster if I bought it, but the thing that I'm wondering is the orc is a druid. The orc is a druid, and the druids tend to have more units that can cross water. They'll have some flying units, or they can summon flying units. They could summon penguins. Their shamans can cross the water. Their hunters can cross the water. So if I buy this city but don't defend it, that could be risky. I think right now it's better for me to just not spend my money on this city, and I'll get it a little later once I'm sure that it's safe. It's hard for me to know where I should send my units because I don't know which angle they're coming to attack me from. They could come from this northern direction, or they could take this road down to the south. And I just don't know where any of their units are right now. The only thing I can do is kind of get my king's army back in the mix and move forward. Since this is only 2 turns away, I think it's probably okay to just go for it and get that back real quick. And take this magic library out, get the items that are in it. Probably should be rushing my king's army to the front lines, but I think I've got time. And there is haste berries here to help them catch up. Plus, since I didn't spend my gold on that city, I probably will go grab that longbowman. The flyer can catch up pretty easily. So let's get these guys taken care of. Like I said, everything can change kind of quickly in this game. Alright, I don't want to take these areas for granted. Got lucky, resisted 2 curses there, so that's nice. These magic library structures can actually be a lot more dangerous than they look. Even though you're going up against a lot of squishy support units, it's still not something you want to take for granted. It looks like they're willing to come running at me, and I think I'm going to let them. I do want to definitely go back and heal my Draconian Flyer, give him Iron Heart, because he's going to be my primary melee attacker. The Tiger's a little beat up, so he's going to hang back and probably rely on charging in when a different unit is like bleeding or something, if I have anyone that can inflict bleeding. I actually don't know that I do. No, I don't think so. This corner here will actually protect your units. They'll have to run pretty far up to attack the raptors, which is something that I hope that they do. In fact, I almost want to... Oh, no, never mind. That's a bad idea. I'll keep my king here with these units and have the flamers hide... Actually, I'm going to have the flamers hide behind my king right here, because I'm going to probably use them to hit these units on the next turn. We'll let them come running in. They'll normally move a bit closer. Okay, those guys, yeah, see, those guys ran way out ahead of everybody else, and they're a really easy target now. And these guys all bunched up, which is going to make a nice target for a firebomb. So I'm going to try to take advantage of both of those things. I think I might be able to kill almost all of these units here on this turn in part because the Draconian Flyer has killing momentum, so he's going to be able to probably kill 2 of those guys if I soften them up enough first. So I'm going to move the... I didn't even need to move him up that far. Yeah, I'll hang him back just a little bit, just in case. Forget those guys have that extra range, a little bit of extra range. They level up, so that's nice. I'm going to focus on the ones that are further away since my Flyer's got the range to do it. Now, he could hit that Orc Reanimator. He is not guaranteed to kill him in one hit, and I really need him to kill him in one hit in order for killing momentum to apply to both. So I'm going to have to soften him up a little bit. The Tiger might be a good unit to do that with, because I think I want this guy going after those Tiger and Mystics after my King's done killing the human priest. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. My King won't actually kill the human priest. The Tiger probably could now. Yeah, the Tiger definitely could. I think I like this idea. Go after the human priest. Let the Tiger just take a hit. He'll be or obviously he's not going to take a hit because he's going to kill it. That Mystic probably has... I'm going to double check this. Probably has... No, it doesn't. I was thinking it might have that ability that Storm Sisters have that prevents you from being able to flank them, but it does not. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Get a nice tough hit on it, and I did succeed in killing it. That unit, or at this point, the only unit I've got left is Holly the Chosen, besides my Flyer, which I already know what he's going to do. So I'll hit the Reanimator a few times to make sure these guys kill it, and then they can get another hit in on that guy. Almost killed him too, very close. That's about as well as that could have possibly gone, I think. I'll pull an item out, probably nothing too fancy. I did get Fireball, which is a useful spell, one that I didn't have. Nice to have on a sorcerer. And a little bit of research. No items out of that one, but that's okay. So, sticking to the original plan, gonna send him down here, buy that longbowman. It's a little pricey, but I don't have any other way of getting elf technology, so I'm gonna say that's worth it. Elf longbowmen are awesome, and he pretty much just keeps pace with the rest of my army here. The fastest route for them to get through is they're gonna have to cross through 2 forests either way here, so I'm gonna put these units right there. So that they're adjacent to the longbowmen in case they need to help each other out for some reason. And the Flyer can... Well, the Flyer can just catch up. He'll follow the same route. I don't need him to shortcut over the mountains. I think it's faster to stay on this side. Alright, Halfling Theocrat leveled up, so I want to take a look at what she's got. See if there's anything that would benefit me against the Orc Druid, and I don't think that there is. She's not really leading her own army right now, so I'm not going to give her any army leader bonuses yet, although she will be a really good army leader in a little while. Might be better for me to give her some casting points, since I am building up a good supply of mana, and I think she could probably use it. She can cast, she's got 15 spell casting points. Instant Wrath is a great one. If I get more spell casting, I'll have 25, and it'll let me cast these 2 spells 3 times. Slayer's Doubt's a good one too. Or Instant Wrath, twice. I think I like that idea. I'm going to, unless there's something else that I see here at the last minute that really stands out to me, I think I'm going to give her Divine Channeling. Yeah. Make her a little bit more of a spellcaster too. Alright, I was talking with, in the last episode, I'm going to send this Hellhound over this way, especially now with the Orcs being right there. Did discover another city out here, so let's see, that would be 3 movement points, then 4 is 7. Another 4 to discover it makes 11. And then that would be 15. And then couldn't quite make it back to that tile if I have to go all the way up to the city. If I just go here, I think I can. No, that's okay. I'm just going to discover the city while they're out here. And they're hostile to me anyway. There's some Tigrans. I don't want to have them let me know when I'm ready to talk. I'll probably just conquer them. Mostly because I don't want to get any more good points if it can be avoided. I don't actually need those haste berries now. Actually, I'll probably grab them anyway because there's some gold down there I want to go get. This city can discuss an alliance proposal. I don't have enough money for that yet, which is okay. They're actually in a really nice position. I would like to buy their city soon. I don't think I have the ability to attack them very easily from the angle that I'm going to be coming from, because I'm going to have to hit the orcs and then come back after them. But that's okay. I can probably afford to buy them. I'll try to do enough evil things. Maybe I can migrate some of the orcs out or something. Although I do kind of want orc technology. I've got that dungeon nearby. Could probably benefit from orc technology. This is part of the reason why I don't normally play as an evil character, is I really like being nice to all the races, trying to get those race relation bonuses up so that I can use all sorts of different types of units. In this game I've already kind of ruined things with the halflings, but I didn't necessarily want to ruin things with the orcs. Although it's probably going to happen anyway on account of the fact that I'm declaring war on them. Okay, nobody's showing up on the radar yet here, so it's still hard to tell what direction they're coming from. I'm going to have my king's army run this way, and they can get those haste berries on the next turn. The elf can catch up with them, actually, because he's got forestry, so that works out kind of nicely. Might have the flyer go join the army over here. Alright. He's not going to quite catch up with the king's army anyway. For now, I'll leave him next to them, just so they're adjacent. I think it's safer that way. Greater Disjunction, that's a really good one. Unfortunately, I didn't get what I was hoping for. There are a couple of other strategic spell options. Glyphs of Warding is nice. One of my friends in a multiplayer game was casting that. You can actually cast that on your allies' cities, and he was helping me defend my land with it, which was really helpful. I might grab that. Harmonizing Energy is also good, since I don't have a lot of healing, but that's a combat spell. I'm going to grab Glyphs of Warding. Still going to keep pushing for that Embrace Darkness. I really want that. Alright, now my capital city just got done building the settler. So I have to kind of start thinking about what else I want the city to be doing. Given my sorcery affiliations, I'm probably going to build a temple. Just for the extra mana income, and I don't know. Stonewall will grow my borders, which would get me closer to that other mine, but that's still kind of a long ways away. The city actually it's not really a very good capital. The gold is nice, and I'm getting a lot of it, but there's really not a lot of other treasure sites or anything that the city can do particularly well. So yeah, I'm just going to build a temple or other basic structures like it. Might start with a siege workshop first, and just build towards a grand palace here. And after that, maybe mess around with the item forge. Oh, this city just got captured by Brown, who I just now met, I suppose. No, I haven't met them. I can just see their symbol over the city. I'm going to try to avoid meeting them for now, just so they're not... If they've met the orcs, they would know that I declared war on the orcs. That might impact their relationship with me, so I'm going to avoid that for the moment. Probably should have just moved him like that. I'm going to explore this road a little bit, and then... Oh, I've explored too far. Okay, I'm getting greedy with this Hellhound. He needs to head back. I was thinking I could explore a little bit, then get back to the haste berries, and then run. Oh, there's a hunter here, which is not good news for my hellhound. So at least I know they've got a unit up in the north. He's probably going to kill my hellhound, although I don't know. I'm a tier 2 and he's a tier 1, so maybe he won't attack. I'll have spells if I need them. On that note, since I'll be casting spells from a distance, now might be a good time to grab at least one level of sorcery. If I have to cast spells in this battle, it'll cost double, and that might be handy. Although I don't know if that'll... Actually, if the orcs attack me, that'll probably happen before I have that extra sorcery upgrade. So, yeah, changing my mind back, sticking with my original plan. Alright, this settler is going to be going north. There shouldn't be any orcs here yet. I haven't seen any. If they were coming this way, I'd have seen them clustering around this city, so should be safe to move a settler out, even if it's undefended. My king's army will catch up, or come close to catching up with that on the next turn. Although, there's actually not a whole lot of reason to send it out yet, because I can't afford to go all the way north with it until it's got an army caught up that can protect it. So I'll leave it there for the moment, keep my dwarves in this city until I know where the orcs are. And once my king's army's kind of caught back up, they kind of need to heal anyway. Once my king's army's caught back up, then I can look at doing like a pincer maneuver on them and just attacking them from 2 different directions at once. Okay, they have a quest available now. They want me to go out to that island and kill a fire elemental. Awesome. I would get a flyer out of it. Might be worth it. Is there just one? No, he's got a... Oh, man, that's a tough army. These guys are tough. They are a melee attacker, so they'll run right in and attack you, and they've got explosive death, and they've just got pretty good stats. It's hard to kill them before they get to you. I tend to almost always lose a unit when I'm fighting those guys. And you got flamers and jesters. The good news is that I do resist fire, but I can't afford to abandon my cities right now. I guess there's no harm in sending these guys kind of in this direction, unless there's a giant group of orcs out here and I could lose my army. Ooh, I don't know. It's a medium difficulty quest. You know what? I could get gold out of it too. Man, that's a tough call. I already have the Navy technology to sail out there. It's just a matter of fighting them. I'm going to decline this. The orcs are my top priority right now. The flyer would be nice, but if this army's doing anything, it's going to be rushing at the orcs. And I'll have to worry about these guys later. Actually, I can probably just ignore them for the rest of the game. Okay, so I think that all looks good. Everything seems to be fine. We'll see what happens with this little group up here. Would not be surprised if he just attacked me because he's got the Animal Slayer bonus. But, like I said, I am a tier 2, so he might not. And if this thing gets up close, it could do a lot of damage to that unit. Grelka moves next, so we'll see what she does. I do get another Hellhound on the next turn. After that, I will probably go ahead and start summoning an Extraordinary Mount. Have enough summoned units for the time being. Alright, she grabbed the gold, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, you little thief, get out of here. Alright, so we're just going to go our separate ways. Almost want to chase her down, but I'd rather have this guy get back and join up with my other forces for a bigger attack. Okay, this is annoying. I'm going to have to go around. Unless those fairies move. Oh, I met a different leader I created. That was my Tigran Sorcerer. So 2 of my user-created leaders in this game. I think he's probably neutral with me, indifferent. He is neutral alignment. He's declared war on independence twice, so he's taking out some of them. Alright, back to Brittlebrush. This city was one that I was kind of thinking of using for infantry. I might use a different city for infantry, putting one out here later. I think this city is probably going to go ahead and just build some magic structures for the time being. I kind of need to focus on growth here, but I do get more knowledge from those laboratories, and I can definitely use that. Yeah, I'll build a laboratory. Laboratory and an observatory. That'll help grow the borders too and get some of these other structures faster, which is kind of important. King's army can hit those haste barriers, just enough space to get there on this turn. Might have them shortcut through here and kill those units. The flyer can just go around. Actually, the flyer can't. I'm going to leave one of these units behind, probably one of the less powerful ones, and keep the flyer with this army, as well as the elf. Probably going to ditch the tiger here. Let him go back towards the capital. Go around a different way, whatever way's faster. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ditch the tiger and put this army here. Could have grabbed that lucky clover field. That wouldn't have been a bad idea. Oh no, I wouldn't have had enough movement. Put the flyer here. Then have all this group grab the haste berries. They can move down and go ahead and attack this structure, get rid of those elves on there, and then just kind of shortcut through. Get a little experience while I'm on my way east. Really hope the Frostlings don't try anything while I'm gone. Alright, I know that I got that Griffin Rider hiding back behind all that stuff with a lot of range, so I need to keep that in mind. I think I'm going to try to lure... these units are kind of separated, so I'm going to try to lure these guys out. See if I can get that horse to charge my flyers or something like that. Put them there. Halfling behind him. Go ahead and bestow Iron Heart again, just to give him that Iron Will now. Want to keep these guys away from that charge bonus from those horses and keep my king kind of back here. Horses can't reach the archers, so they're fine. And this guy's in a good position to flank if he needs to, so I'll leave him where he's at. Just try to draw him in. Although that horse has phase, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's going to go after a weaker unit. Going to go after the halfling. That's fine. Actually, I'm still fine with that. I mean, he's way overexposed now. I want to prevent this flyer, this Griffin Rider, from killing anything if I can. So it can reach almost any of my units. So no matter what I do, it's going to flank something. And it could, if the flyers aren't on guard, it might kill them in one... Well, no, actually, they're not on guard now. So a flank attack still wouldn't kill them in one hit. I don't think they would kill any of my units in one hit, so I should be fine to go ahead and open up a few attacks here. Have my king lay into this Unicorn Rider a little bit. He gave him some sort of a debuff. Yeah, his morale is bottomed out now. I think the longbows can probably finish him off. I am going to move the halfling here. Whew, that's a lot of damage, though. I think I'm going to want the halfling a little further away. Okay. And then I'll use this unit and the flyers to guard the longbows, so they don't get flanked by that guy. And I'll move the halfling a little bit further away to make sure she only takes one hit tops. And then hold ground again. My suspicion is that he will go flank my king, but my king's tough enough, he can probably handle it. Actually, I could put, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd have still gotten a double hit on me there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think my halfling would be okay being here. That's going to be the same distance either way. Is that just one hit? Yeah. I'll put her here. Keep my king from getting flanked. She should be alright. These elves are going to have fairly low morale anyway, because they're in a volcanic territory. He's going to go after the... Okay, not surprising. Oh, they might kill those guys. Yeah, they're going to kill those guys. Oh, they didn't kill him. I got lucky. Oh, they survived with 1 health. I actually don't really deserve that. I should have... I kind of forgot about those initiates. I got a little lucky, but that's alright. I'll take it. Try to take advantage of it. That Griffin Rider's kind of got everybody on defense there. I'll just have my king go around and turn him around. The Flyers could go in and flank him. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. Flyers go in and get a nice strong flank attack. Then a firebomb in this angle kills all of them or softens them up. He's not bleeding or anything, is he? Won't matter now, but okay, he's fine. And then I need to make sure that I finish off one, if not both of those units. Yeah, I need to definitely finish off both of those units. From this position, he keeps the initiate from actually being able to do anything, and they can't turn him around, which lets me kind of get my longbows out of here. Actually, the longbows can still kill the initiate now anyway. Alright. And then Holly the Chosen is just gonna... I wish I could heal that Draconian guy, but really can't, so... Just have her defend, and then he can come running into his death. Just kind of checking to see if my king had any abilities he could use to, like, you know, do a stun or something just to suck a little bit more XP out of this. But that's alright. Hit him with a bunch of elemental attacks. And who wants the final kill? Wouldn't mind those raptors getting fire protection and inflict immolation at elite rank. They're getting pretty close, so we'll give them a little XP. Alright, that poor flamer is just about toast. Got a couple of useful items out of this. The friendly beggar's shoes are actually really nice. Bringer of Goodwill, that's one of the enchantments that I kind of was thinking I might try to get from the item forge. That bumps my gold income up by quite a bit. I think that was 16, I think, for now anyway, with the units that he currently has in his army. Those greaves I might give to the halfling. I'm going to drop them on the... Wait, no, they're already on the ground. Do I want my king to keep the party kit? That's a good question. No, probably not. My king will eventually get inflict stun, and party kit only triggers once. So it'll probably be better on the halfling. And she can also use those greaves. My dwarf might be able to use them too, but I think he's already got an item. He's got that forestry item, which I kind of want him to keep. Alright, Summon Hellhound is ready. Don't want to forget to do that. I'm going to leave this guy just completely out of the battle here. I'm going to try to take over... No, these guys need to keep moving. I don't want to stop for any reason. I can come back and clear out those mines later with somebody else. Oh, hey, Santa's over here. So I'll keep them all grouped together. I would like to get this tower. That is kind of strategically important, and my units could shortcut through there anyway. They kind of need to. I'll come back for the mine a different time. That's as far as they can go, so I'll put the settler ahead of them just a little bit. Leader gets an upgrade. Anything to help with the druid would be nice, but again, not really anything that helpful. Stunning touch would be okay. It'd give him different tactical options. Not Dragon Slayer party. Mend Magical Being could be useful, but he doesn't currently have any summons with him. The Hellhound I could put with this party, but I kind of like the units that are already in this stack. It's a pretty well-balanced stack. So instead, I'm just gonna give him a little more health and kind of just get him ready for battle here. He can get health and defense, so that's what I'll do with him, especially since he just lost that defense from giving up those greaves. Don't want to send that settler out any further than it has to go. Now my dwarves army, I'm kind of wondering what to do with them next, because I really want to run them out east, but I also kind of feel like they may need to stay back here and defend the capital. Let's look at the units that are actually in the army, and now that I'm looking at it this way, it kind of makes me think that I'd be better off running out after all, because many of these units are melee units. In fact, the dwarf has he's got the shoot heavy crossbow. The hatchling's got range, and this other hatchling has range. So basically, I'll have a crossbow and 2 hatchlings defending a wall against an army. They could probably just outshoot me over the walls. Maybe it would be a good idea to send them out. I will send out a scout first. He can't see much, but he sees enough to make me think that it's probably a good time to run forward. And we'll just this army will be just about as good in open field, so I will try to link them up with my king's army as soon as I can. Might actually have them shortcut and go up this direction because they'll link up faster, but it's hard to tell what direction an orc army might be currently coming from. And that's primarily what I'm worried about. I don't want to just trade capitals here. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to need both stacks to take out the orcs. Tiger can just trail along here. And where do I want to summon the Hellhound? Well, this army is definitely more powerful, and they can handle themselves. So I'm going to give the Hellhound to this guy's army down here. Probably, man, he's just really heavy on the melee. I will take the tiger out and have that tiger go hang out with the other hatchling. Summon a Hellhound right on this group. So he's got a couple of them in there. It's a tier 2 unit, so a respectable amount of tough melee strength. I do have to watch out because I got like 4 animals in this group, 3 there, and then the tiger. So hunters are going to do more damage to this army. So I'll have to keep that in mind. City can discuss an alliance proposal. Not ready to do that yet. Don't have enough money. And I'd already know about their joint offer, which I'm holding off on for the moment, but probably will buy soon if there's not a whole lot of other stuff going on in this area. Alright, needed Santa to get out of the way there, so that's fine. I really hope he doesn't invade me while I'm gone. At a certain point, sometimes you just gotta take that risk. You can't always protect everything. I think the risk-reward here is in my favor to just go ahead and attack, because if I can kill the orcs, that gives me control over this whole corner of the map. That's a lot of territory, all things considered. Plus, presumably, whatever's underneath it. So, I'm okay with this. I just am a little nervous. Alright, I already know that I can buy you, and I might do that now. I have just enough gold, but let's first see what else I've got to spend it on. Oh, hey, ooh, a tribute. Ooh, a small army. Okay. Yeah, sure. Every little bit helps. I'll send them off to join my other forces. That happened nicely at a nice time. Don't have enough money for them yet, so we'll wait on that. Glyphs of Warding researched. Hopefully I got it. No, I didn't get it. Lightning Storm's nice, but costs a bit much mana for me right now. I'm just not getting this thing. Alright, well, that's kind of not going in my favor, so I'm going to have to wait for now. I'm going to get a couple sorcery upgrades, because I really need them, and I can't keep goofing around trying to get something if the game's not going to give it to me. Alright, let's have them stay on the road for one more turn, and then attack. I'll get this watchtower. He restored a respectable amount of health there. They'll probably kind of run out towards that settler, and they will. Well, I'd rather have them damaging that than damaging anything else, because that's just going to get turned into a city anyway, so that's fine. We'll see if they still insist on going after that. That'll be fine if they do, but how about these other units up here? I'm going to want to keep the flamer in the back. Actually, I can go ahead and heal him now. Keep them from getting unnecessary flank hits on me. I want them to come closer. The flyers could just decimate them, especially if they move close enough together. They might. Actually, these 3 units should handle both of these very easily, quite gloriously, so I'm just going to use them as bait. At this point, it's not so much about, worrying about losing units. It's more... Okay, nice, I got lucky. It's more about trying to get XP and more about just taking as little damage as possible. Flyers are going to be more useful going after those flamers, so that's what I'm going to have them do. They just wrecked them, horribly wrecked them. And who wants XP? And why not shoot you with fireworks? Fireworks effect is really nice. Hopefully I can make use of that in the coming battles. And I'll give this to my king. I really want him to get inflict stun soon. That watchtower should open up a decent line of sight, gives my borders expanded a little further. Might help me keep an eye on what the Tigrans are doing, if they have any stuff in this area. Okay, settler can make it as far as, like, that point. King's army can make it just behind the settler, in either case. Gonna kind of want to send them this way, I think, at that angle. King's army is actually gonna have to join up with the settler, so I'll break the flyer off, because he can go a little bit further. He's got that extra vision too, so it helps me hopefully see where the orcs are. Alright, well, getting through the fairies' territory might be difficult if they've got units in the way, so I'm just going to send the Hellhound around, explore a little bit more, and continue trying to head back. Although, the Hellhound could probably go on the offensive at this point. Oh, that's alright. He's probably more useful off here exploring. That Necromancer camp down there. Might need to do something about that. Alright, now here's the question. What direction do I go? I could send a scout out along this road, and if I don't see anything, send the rest of my units up. I definitely am going to want to scout in that area, at least. Maybe positioned on a mountain or something. But I want somebody with a lot of vision, and this army doesn't really have anyone with a good vision. Which would be the faster route to the orcs? It's going to be that road, not surprisingly. I think I'm going to actually have the Tiger go off and scout this direction. Is there any other units that would be... The Boar is a tier 1. The Tiger is also a tier 1, I think, yeah. So I'm going to send the Tiger off to explore this direction. And just kind of keep an eye out for orcs. I'll have him sit in the forest, because orcs won't be able to move into that quite as quickly, although it is a druid, so it probably doesn't matter. He doesn't see anything out here yet, so that's a good sign. And I think I can kind of cautiously move this army forward then. I'll have them joined by this army on the next turn, so all those units can support each other as I move forward. No orcs yet. So they will take kind of stop here and keep an eye on things for a moment. Looks good. Alright. Actually, it might be a good idea for me to send this hatchling back and keep a tiger and just a couple units in my capital in case something like this necromancer camp or anything else summons a unit. I might want a couple units hanging back just in case to kill any lost souls or bandits that might try to attack my capital. I'm at least going to put the tiger in there for now. And I can always build a hatchling or another one of these guys on really short notice if I need to. Problem is I kind of do need the range in that group. The range units. I'm going to keep him with that army, just to provide some extra fire support. Alright, looks good. A lot of difficult decisions to make here and things to think about. This city is pretty vulnerable, but I can always get that back if worse comes to worse. I don't mind trading that one if it gets me killing the orcs in exchange. But my capital city I don't want to lose. I didn't buy this city. I should have done that on the last turn. That's okay. I'll have a little extra gold to work with on this turn, and I am going to complete a couple buildings, so I might need it for something else. And I should be able to buy the humans soon, which this is actually a much more useful city anyway. I might just do that and leave these guys in their own little world for now. Okay. More notifications popping up. Still no sign of the orcs, at least not yet. Dark Sun, unfortunately, which is really kind of bad for me right now. I was relying on that vision range so that I could see where the orcs were as I move up towards their capital city. Of course, theoretically, the computer should behave the same way and be bound by the same restrictions. I would like to think that's how it works. Sometimes I question that, but I'm going to have to kind of assume that that's the case. Wouldn't mind taking out that along the way, but like I said, time is of the essence here. Killing the orcs is the top priority, and I'm very close to where I can put my settler up and found a new city there, so I think I'm going to stick to the plan here. I don't think I'm going to let this blood moon change, or this dark sun really change anything right now. I'll just have to try to continue to be as careful as I can, and like I said, maybe just build a hatchling in the city or a flamer just for a little extra defense. I'll probably go ahead and queue that up now, actually. Just in case. Alright, actually probably coming up on the end of the episode here, so I'm going to save it where I'm currently at, and well, I'll do that after I stop the recording. All things considered, looks pretty good, I think. Still just kind of going to do this pincer maneuver. My dwarf army is going to pass by this city first. I'll have to kind of make a judgment call as to how powerful the defenders are. The problem is I'm going to have to get really close to see what's in there with that dark sun. So I almost wonder if it's better for them to just run past it, go straight after the capital. Once the orcs realize they're being invaded, I think they will probably try to pull back their units if they have any out to defend their homeland rather than rushing my capital with them. Plus, if they're leaders in this area and I kill it before they can get anything to my cities, I'll be fine anyway, so I'm thinking the best strategy here is probably the most direct one. Anyway, I think that about wraps this episode up, guys, so as always, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to leave your comments and suggestions in the description. They've already come in really, or in the comments section, they've already come in really handy several times in this series alone, so I would encourage you to keep them coming. Thank you very much for your help and for all your support. I'm hitting some more milestones in terms of my number of views and kind of closing in on 300 subscribers, so that's really, really cool. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate that, and I will see you in the next episode. Hey, guys, totally forgot about one other thing. I need to invoke an extraordinary mount. It's kind of why I got that spell. So at least I remembered, I guess. Sorry about that.